So I think anyone would agree that we live in a supernatural universe. There are things beyond our understanding that play an intricate role in our relationship with our lives, the things that we experience, and there's a very supernatural underlying cause of it all. And I'm telling you, if you truly believe that we create our own reality based on our belief systems, based on our vibration and what we attract, I am telling you, I would choose this reality that I have come into hands down every time over anything else that I've experienced. And I want to share my story with you because, I truly believed in the Starseed mission that, we were here to enlighten humanity and take them out of their fear-based thinking. And I was on this ascension path. I was, doing things to raise my vibration. I was meditating every day. I was working on my shadow, and I had significant experiences through this movement, which I think we could all agree would be called New Age, the New Age thought doctrines. And, I had out-of-body experiences. I met with spirit guides. I met with angels. I had, direct line to my higher self. I received guidance from my higher self almost every day. And it took me a while to get to that point, and it was a process of building trust and releasing fears, and doing all these things. And I was also manifesting this reality, this dream lifestyle. It was coming in, I would manifest things like that, something I would want, it would be there. And I had kind of learned all these skills, and I was really getting ready to really share that with others so that they can do the same, because I truly believed that it was helping me and I wanted to help others. It was helping me with my anxiety and depression and all of these things, and I really wanted that for other people. So, I really hope you can come into this with an open mind, and I just want to share this incredibly supernatural experience that I had. It was unlike anything I've experienced, and I have been to the astral planes. I've been on rainbow planes. I've done some really incredible things, and I've had some really incredible experiences. And everything that I'm about to say does not take away from those experiences. Those experiences were real. All of these things are real. There are multiple dimensions, and I'm just gonna kind of get into what happened. So, I follow this girl. I don't want to say her name, but if you're watching this, you know who you are, and thank you. She posted a video on her story, and the title was something, I don't remember exactly, but it was something about dangers of meditation and blah, blah, blah. And I saw it and I was like, that's so crazy. Meditation has helped me so much on my journey. I have discovered so much about myself through meditation. How could it possibly be dangerous, or how could it possibly be a bad thing? I was like, whatever. I don't know why, but I clicked on this video, okay? I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and I have a very open mind, which I hope you can watch this with an open mind as well. I have a very open mind, so I'm just listening, there's no judgment. And it's such an indescribable thing that happened, but it felt like the hand of God was reaching down and lifting the scales from my eyes is the best way I can describe it. It was like, woo. And I'm watching this and I'm like, what? And I felt like I saw this truth in what this man was saying that I had never thought of before. It was like a totally new viewpoint. It was like I saw the truth. And I was like, oh goodness. Is what he's saying real? I was, in that moment, it was like the scales were lifted, and it was like I could see everything for the truth. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, what is going on? I was really confused. I was just confused. I was like, what? And it was almost so shocking, this like veil of truth, like the veil being lifted and this truth being revealed to me. That's how I can explain it. It was almost so shocking that I couldn't speak for the rest of the day. I was like in a state of shock, okay? I was just like, like people would say something to me and I was like, what? You know, like, and I was just so out of it. And I was so like, and then everything, I started thinking about all these things and I was like, oh, you know, like all these things started being revealed to me, okay? And that night, okay, and I understand people will say, you know, your vibration can attract negative entities, right? And this is not that. I am telling you, I was high vibe, okay? I was living my dream life. I was happy. I was manifesting things. I was talking to angels. I was talking to my spirit guides and like looking into my past lives. And all these things were so real to me. And then when I started to see this truth, it was like all of these entities that I had been connecting to were like, we can't fool her anymore now. And they were really mad, okay? They were really mad. And it was downright spiritual warfare. And I don't want to scare anyone or fearmonger, but nobody was warning me. Nobody was telling me this, okay? So I'm kind of in this on my own. I'm like, la la la, in my happy land. And then all of a sudden, boom, I see the truth. And now these entities are like, we can't fool her anymore, so we're just gonna mess with her, okay? And this dream, this like, what happened to me that night, I don't want to even say, okay? I don't want to say what they did to me. I don't want to say what they showed me. I don't think I'll ever say that. It was so messed up. It was so messed up. And this was like, it was like a dream, but it was so real. It was like they drugged me to hell, okay? If hell exists, I was in it. And this was not anything from like, you know, these subconscious fears. This was not anything from like any subconscious like weird desire. No, this was so messed up. What they did to me was just, it was just downright, just absolute, pure evil. And I am telling you, I was not involved in any type of like low vibrational activities, nothing. I wasn't doing anything that would attract that to me, unless what I was realizing was that all of these interactions and things were all lies. It was all lies. It was all deception. And it was all to keep me from seeing the real truth, okay? Because I just kept thinking, you know, there is no real truth. It's all this journey of discovery and, you know, it's an inner truth, right? And it was like I had found the real truth. And I was so, there is nothing that can convince me otherwise at this point. It has been like a week since this happened, like just over a week, okay? I've been processing a lot, but I've been really wanting to sit down and do this video. I'm gonna keep going, okay? Because there's more to this story, obviously. So this is happening, and I'm at this point, obviously, I wake up and I was I was just terrified at this point. Okay, I was messed up. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what's happening. And we went to my parents' house that weekend. So, you know, I'm still like, there's still all this spiritual warfare is happening. Maybe I can do another video about like, there is a lot of things that were happening. But we go there, and I remember I'm just like, I'm on the beach, okay, and I'm just like confused. I'm cleaning up trash, okay, and I'm just picking up trash, and I was like, there was just such a sick feeling in my stomach. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what's happening. And I cannot make this up. I hear this, you know, the voice in my head that like, if you connect with your higher self and your angels, like you hear these voices that like, you know, tell you, give you guidance. Okay, so I heard this familiar voice, and these entities that give you guidance, they have a feeling to them, a vibration, like you can feel them in your field. Okay, and I felt him in my field, or whatever it was. And it was just like, you know, why don't we sit down and meditate and connect with your higher self and see, and like ask your higher self how this all feels and how it resonates, and find your inner truth about all of this that's going on. And I don't know what made me think of this, but I was just like, well, you know, what do you think of Jesus of Nazareth? Okay? And this entity was gone so fast from my mind. I didn't feel its presence anywhere. It was gone. Quiet silence. I was like, oh my goodness gracious. Oh, what is happening? I was like, what is going on? I got down on my knees and I prayed to God. I was like, I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. I just want to know the truth. That's all I prayed for. I was like, I just want to know the truth. Just show me the truth. And I cannot even make this up. It felt like this energy that came over me was like this. It was atmospheric, and it was the most powerful thing I have ever felt. And it was very stern. It was not mad, it was not angry, it was not hostile, it was not fearful, I was not afraid in the fear sense, but it was very stern, and I literally felt like it like pushed me down, and I was like, oh yes, okay, like like you are the God, you are God, you are King, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. Whew. And I prayed, and I was just like, I just want to know the truth, I just want to know the truth, okay? And it was like another day, or maybe no, then I'm like, you know, just doing a couple things, and I'm just so confused, like I don't know what's going on. And I took a shower. I get out of the shower, I'm like sitting on the floor, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And then I started praying to Jesus, and I was like, Jesus, I was like, I just want to know the truth. That's all that I want to know. I'm like, just please show me the truth. Show me who you really are. Show me who you really are. Not this like Christ consciousness that we talk about in the New Age movement. Not this guru that came to like enlighten us. I want to know the real you, and I don't want anything else. I'm like, I just want to know what's going on. I want to know you. I want to know the truth. And again, it was a different experience, but it was the most supernatural thing I have ever experienced in my entire life. It was again atmospheric. It was this like atmospheric twinkle that came down, and it was the most peaceful thing I have ever felt, seen, experienced. It felt like it was all around me. This was not coming from inside. This was not coming from inside myself. This was outside myself. This was atmospheric, and I felt like it was Jesus revealing himself to me in this way, and it was so peaceful. It was the most peaceful thing I've ever experienced ever in my life. And then it felt like, and mind you, I will tell you this right now, I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot of Christian doctrine. I don't know. I just started reading the Bible. Like, I don't know these things. And I can tell you I have this like inner knowing. It felt like the Holy Spirit went inside my body. It felt like the Holy Spirit went inside my body. And from that moment, everything has changed. everything has changed. From them, I thought I could see the truth before. This Holy Spirit comes inside me, and I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. The things that were revealed to me, it was like one revolution after another revolution after, like, I was so, it's been the craziest week of my life, okay? It has been very intense. It has been very intense. It was just the most supernatural thing I have ever experienced. And my behavior changed immediately. I was like apologizing for things. I was like, oh, you know, it was bizarre, okay? I was having no desire for like gluttonous foods. Like I love sugar, okay? And I would always just like pig out on, you know, whatever sugar treats after dinner, like vegan chocolates and stuff. I wanted nothing to do with that. I was just like, you know, I'm good. I've got everything I need, you know? My behavior has changed, and I can say that I was a completely different person a week ago. You know, before this all happened, I would look at people, you know, this is offensive and I'm sorry. I would call these people Jesus people. I would say these crazy Jesus people, okay? No. Like now I just feel like all I want to do is talk about Jesus. All I want to do is say what he's done for me. All I want to do is be like, look around you. Like, why can't we see this? And I am so blessed. I feel so blessed because it was that hand of God that revealed this to me. It was revealed to me, okay? And I totally understand if you're like, I'm not there. I can't get there. But if this is like slightly resonating with you at all, just start praying. Just start praying for the truth, okay? And like I said, if we create our own reality based on our belief systems, that I would choose this hands down every time. I have never felt so peaceful. I've never felt so much peace in my whole life. And I'm telling you, it took me a long time to build this connection with my higher self, right? And it was instantaneous, and I feel the Holy Spirit with me. I feel Jesus with me. I feel connected with God. I feel like I'm building a relationship, like a tangible relationship, okay? Tangible. Like I can feel them, their presence. I can feel them working in my life. I can feel them changing things around me. I can feel all of this. And I wake up and I feel the Holy Spirit with me. I go to sleep, I feel the Holy Spirit with me. I feel it all the time, and I never felt like that with my higher self. I always had to like sit down and meditate and, you know, connect with my higher self and receive guidance and, you know, so like this revelation that I've had, it just revealed like all this law of attraction, all these things. These are dangerous. These are dangerous practices, incredibly dangerous. We have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. And also, like, I follow so many spiritual people on my Instagram, and I'm going through my Instagram and I'm just like, like, no, that's so, oh, that's wrong. Oh, I was like, oh, like, I just saw everything so differently. And you guys, like, I am a mentally sane person, okay? You can think I'm crazy. I don't care what anybody thinks of me because I have God in my life now. And I want that for everyone, and I want everyone to know that we are being deceived. We are being deceived and we have no idea. And then I just started to see it. I started to see all these like red flags in this spiritual movement that I just couldn't see before because I was really in it. I was in it. I had sold my soul. I was in it, okay? There's a woman that I follow. She has a beautiful family. She does beautiful videos and things like that. And she was sitting there and she was like, in her last video, she was like, you know, we have manifested all of our dreams, and you know, and I'm still kind of feeling like meh. And that's literally because we have a hole inside us that only Jesus can fill, because we are living in the devil's playground. That's what I have come to see. Like, everything is the devil's playground, and he's so good at manipulating us. And I'm telling you, there is truth behind all these like new age practices and shadow work and all this stuff. You find real tangible healing from it. Okay? I'm telling you, because there has to be that mix of healing and like good vibes and like these feelings of love, because it keeps people coming back and it pulls them in more and more, pulls them in, right? But there is a truth, and the truth will set you free. I never understood that until now. I never understood that. Oh my goodness. It will set you free. I feel so free. I feel so free. I can't even explain. But then, okay. I start seeing all these signs in the New Age movement, red flags. I just see everything. I like see the truth in everything. And, oh gosh, there's so much that I want to say about this. There's so much, but I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. Oh my god, this video is 26 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay. How do I want to leave this? I love you guys. Wherever you're coming from, whatever beliefs you still hold, I still love you. And I'm not going to be here trying to convert people, but I feel like I can't help but talk about Jesus. Because it's so amazing. It is so amazing. It's so much more amazing than anything I experienced in the New Age. And I feel I want everyone to feel this peace. I still have so many questions. I still have all this like confusion going on. It's like literally been a week. This is a total paradigm shift, okay? It is absolutely incredible. And I have all these new desires too. Like, I want to read the Bible. Like, I want to read the Bible. And that's another thing. I realized when all this was happening, I realized that I had stacks of books about spirituality and the spiritual, movement and channeled text and all these things. And I realized that I had never read the Bible. Ever. I had never read the Bible. I heard verses and things like that, but never read the Bible myself, sat down and read it. It's the most famous channeled text of our humanity. So to not read that and read all these others and believe stacks of others and go from I would read one and then I'd be like, ooh, I want more, and I would read another and be like, ooh, I want more, and I'd read another, ooh, and it just keeps you coming back for more and more and more and more. And I have never felt satisfied, and I feel satisfied. I feel like I said, I feel like I found the truth. I feel like I have found the truth. And another thing that shocked me out of all of this was when I started to realize that all of the New Age practices that everybody talks about and teaches and I've taught, my third eye was open, all of these things, almost verbatim, it's all off of the satanic cults. Satanic cults all practice all these things in the name of Satan. And there's record of the satanic cult people being mad at New Age, being like, you're doing all of our practices and taking Satan's name out of it. Come on, give him the glory. That is so messed up. And